He found a hidden room in his house, and it knew his darkest secrets. I've always believed that a house holds echoes of the people who lived in it before you, memories stitched into the walls, feelings soaked into the floorboards. But I never expected my own home to know the one thing I had spent my whole life hiding. My name is Ethan Price, and I'm 29 years old. I live alone, or at least, I thought I did. When I first moved into the old countryside house, it felt like a fresh beginning. A dusty place with creaky doors and ancient wallpaper, but it was mine. I'd bought it for cheap, far cheaper than I should have been able to, which should have been a red flag. But like most people running from something, I didn't question the blessing. I just packed up my past and drove away from it. For the first few weeks, everything was quiet, peaceful even. I'd start my mornings with coffee on the porch, then spend my afternoons fixing up the place. There was a stillness about the home, like it had been waiting for someone to care again. I liked that feeling, but slowly, that stillness began to shift. Have you ever felt like something is observing you, not just watching, but studying? That's how it started for me. Small things at first. Tools I'd left in one room would be found in another. Lights flickering when I walked by. The faint scent of old perfume drifting down the hallway. I blamed it all on the age of the house. I kept telling myself that. But deep down, I knew it wasn't the house falling apart, it was me. One day, I was repairing the floorboards in the hallway. As I pried one up, the crowbar slipped and hit a part of the wall. It made a hollow sound, one I hadn't heard anywhere else. Curious, I pulled back the wallpaper and found what looked like a door outline, painted over and sealed shut. My heart stuttered. Would you have opened it? Would curiosity win over fear? It did for me. I chiseled at the edges, and after hours of struggle, the panel cracked open. Behind it was a narrow staircase, steep and swallowed by shadows. I didn't hesitate. I took a flashlight and descended slowly, each step groaning like it was warning me. At the bottom was a small room, dusty but not abandoned. There was a desk, an old tape recorder, a chair with torn fabric, and on the wall, hundreds of photographs. My photographs. Photos of me in the kitchen. Me brushing my teeth. Me sleeping. I don't remember taking any of them. In that moment, my breath caught in my throat. I felt watched, exposed. And when I turned around to leave, the door at the top of the stairs slowly creaked shut. Have you ever felt trapped in a place that's supposed to be safe? Your own home turning against you. As I stood there, frozen, I noticed something else, a notebook on the desk. I flipped it open, and what I saw made my knees buckle. Page after page filled with detailed records of my life, thoughts I'd never spoken, dreams I hadn't shared, memories I hadn't revisited in years. It was as if the room knew me. Not just my routines, but my secrets, the ones I had buried so deep I barely remembered them myself. One page was about the accident. The one I never talked about. The one that took my brother. Have you ever done something so terrible you try to erase it from your soul? I did. I tried. But the room remembered. And it wanted me to remember too. From that night, I didn't sleep. I heard whispers in the walls. Shadows moved where there was no light. And every time I tried to leave, something stopped me. Flat tires, phone battery dead, roads flooded. It was as if the house had latched onto me. And then I realized something horrifying. The house hadn't been waiting for someone to care. It had been waiting for me. But why? Why me? Why now? Was it punishment? Was it redemption? Or was it just fate, tying me back to the one thing I had always run from? And now I ask you, the one listening to my story, what would you have done? Would you have opened the door? Would you have read the pages? Would you have stayed? Or would you run, even if there was nowhere left to go? Let me know what you think. Make sure to subscribe for more such stories.